What's up, everybody? It's Tyler from Second Glass, and this week for the Wine of the Weekend, we're going to be previewing 10 wines that are going to be at Wine Riot. Music. So Wine Riot New York is almost 4 weeks away. It's coming up pretty fast. And then we have Chicago and Boston. So what we thought we would do today was go through 10 wines that'll be at all of these Wine Riots, kind of give you a little bit of preview for them, so maybe you want to go check them out. And then when you come to Wine Riot, you can try those along with 250 other wines. Sound good? I think it sounds good. 90 plus sellers, Prosecco. It's a Boston-based company. They import their own wine, stick their own label on it. You get a really high quality wine for not a whole lot of money. This is awesome for summer sipping, barbecues, New Year's Eve parties, general shenanigans. Also at the Bubbly Bar, Joseph Catine Cremant d'Alsace. Stuff comes from France, if you didn't figure it out. Alsace is a region between France and Germany. It's in France now. It used to be Germany, it used to be France, yada, yada, yada. This is 100% Pinot Blanc. Really elegant, really delicious sparkling wine from Alsace. Not terribly expensive, so you get a really awesome bottle for about half the price of champagne. This stuff will be at the Bubbly Bar. You're going to want to hit that up. Infinite Monkey Theorem Rosé. It comes in a can. These guys are totally gangsta. They have a Denver-based winery, and they use Colorado fruit to make wine. And they just opened up one in Austin, and they use Texas grapes. Only winery I've ever heard of that uses both Texas and Colorado grapes to make totally awesome wine in a can. You want this stuff, and you want it now. Bridge Lane White Merlot. This stuff comes from Long Island, and you can make red grapes into white wine. It's actually the skin that gives it the color. So what they're doing is they're early harvesting the Merlot, they're crushing it, not letting the skins touch the juice, and you get a white wine that's actually dry and kind of fruity. Really delicious. You're especially going to want to check out this wine because it comes in bottles, boxes, and kegs. 20-liter kegs of white Merlot. You need that in your life right now. The Mia Moscato Rosé. Now this is something you probably want to grab a bottle or two of before you end up coming to Wine Riot. This is great picnic wine. It's great in the summer. It's kind of sweet, but not too sweet. This is one of my favorite wines that they make. Has just enough acidity that goes really well with food. Awesome with picnics. It's pink. Not that high in alcohol, so you can day drink on it. It's a great bottle. The Villa Wolf Dry Riesling. This comes from Germany, but not the super famous region. Now, a lot of the Rieslings come from the Mosel Valley or the Rheinhessen or the Rheingau or all those places. This comes from the Pfalz, which starts with a P. You wouldn't guess it, the P is silent. This Riesling is bone dry, so not sweet. Crisp, light, refreshing Riesling. Again, not a whole lot of money. This stuff will be at Wine Riot. Also, just a great dry Riesling to have on hand. Cameron Hughes Green Lip Sauvignon Blanc. This stuff comes from New Zealand. Cameron Hughes has a huge wide selection of wines. They bring in a lot of the grapes, slap their own label on them. This one's a little bit unique and different because it's kind of their own branded wine. Can't go wrong with New Zealand Sauvignon Blanc. It's light, it's got this great acidity to it, it's really unique, and they're not terribly expensive. I know that has to be a theme, but that's what we do here. Not too expensive, really high quality. That's what this wine is. Drink it all summer, drink it all winter, drink it at Wine Riot. The J. Lore Seven Oaks Cabernet. This comes from the Central Coast. So the grapes come from Paso Robles and San Luis Obispo. They're right next to each other. It's almost exactly halfway between Los Angeles and San Francisco. Really great, fruity, bold red wine. The Divining Rod Divine Red. This is a new wine that they have. Before they had a Cabernet and a Chardonnay, they added this wine and then they won a bunch of medals, which is good. It's a great wine. It comes from Lodi, which is a little bit more inland in California. It's Zinfandel, Cabernet, Petit Syrah. So these big, bold, juicy, fruity grapes. Really great bottle of wine. It's owned by the people that own Charles Krug Winery. And so it's Peter Mondavi, so not Robert Mondavi, his brother Peter Mondavi, and Mark Mondavi, his son, who this wine is basically named after, is a water witch. So apparently he can find water with 2 sticks. Come to Wine Riot, they'll let you do it, they'll let you find water. You could probably save the California water crisis by yourself. Stony Brook's Vineyard, The Max. This wine is a Bordeaux style blend, so that means it's Cabernet and Merlot, but it comes from South Africa. The winery is about 40 minutes outside of Cape Town. The wine is named after the winery's dog, Max. He's a Jack Russell that has serious attitude. I wouldn't mess with this dog, but I would drink a lot of this wine. Really great bottle of wine. Taste these wines and get pumped for Wine Riot. Cheers.